Good morning, guys. Roy T, King Blaze, Zanger, Abdi, Ashley Shelton. Good morning. Anita Banks. Good morning to you. Also, we're back here at Bimbo Bakeries, picking up the bread for the bread box at the church. Hopefully, everyone's having a great morning and a great day. I'm not gonna lie to you. This morning was absolutely beautiful today in Charlotte County. Absolutely gorgeous. It was a little bit of it was very overcast, but just wind off of the water. Went walking this morning alongside the harbor. Beautiful. Hopefully everyone's having a great morning. Yo, Moggs, Ivy saying good morning, good morning. Joanne, good morning. Money Mike. Giants found themselves the QB. We'll see. I don't listen. The one thing I don't do, especially with these QBs, I don't over evaluate them. Because you can have one good year and then drop off. We've actually seen that with some QBs. I'm not saying he doesn't look promising, but the Giants right now are what, 2-4? So we don't even know if they'll be able to come back. Yeah, it was a great win versus Philly, but they weren't playing Philly ball a lot, so there's that too. I mean, they started to and they were just going through the motions. Philly doesn't play to me to be explosive. They play to just get the dub and lose, and they made too many mistakes last night to win. After that, your man, no, that RG3 thing is crazy. Like he's out of his mind. Rick James, yeah, man. Y'all know where it was coming from because everyone would watch that stuff on Chicago and everything else, but definitely, you guys understood where I was coming from. Good morning to you guys too. As you see, I got a whole bunch of the boxes flipping out and stuff like that. I gotta undo them. We're stacking. It's not that much as crazy as it usually is with the amount, but it'll do. We should be able to fill up the truck, no problem. Roy T, my guy, glad you're here, man. Glad you're here. Listen, did y'all hear about the Bateman stuff, holding accountability? Listen, that made me smile so hard. Pause. Like, watching Bateman take accountability and be like, look, the fans should feel how the fans feel because we're playing like trash right now. And him standing on that brought my respect level to him to another level. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It really did. Because that's what Kyle Hamilton should have said. You know, now Kyle Hamilton, as hard as he might play or whatever else it is, he's marred by that. He's marred by, taking digs at the fans. Like we should be happy with the product that's on the field. They're giving it the most points in NFL history, and they're looking at us like we should be happy with that. We should be rejoicing about that. We should be supporting, and you know what I'm saying? Oh, we're just so used to greatness. It's like, what? I respect it, but still needs to go. I listen. He's not playing well right now, but Bateman gotta turn it around. I already said this. I don't mince words. I've said it plenty of times. He is being outplayed right now by Diop and Tez Walker. It's up to him to turn that around. No one else can turn it around but Bateman. And if anybody can, it's him. We'll see if he can turn it around and make the most of this season. Look at these guys. Definitely blessed. But still, I know everyone's going to be, but I'm happy with that because I said it in the video. I know it sounded like Harbaugh clones. Like and I had brought up the Matrix when Smith had assimilated everybody and there were a whole bunch of Smiths. That's what it sounded like with Harbaugh. When you heard these players talk, it sounded like Harbaugh. Like it was crazy how much it sounded exactly like him. And they even got defensive, like how Harbaugh gets defensive. It was just very weird for me. So that's why I said before that, you know, I'm very happy. I'm surprised, but very happy that Bateman came out. But to be real, that seemed to be Bateman's MO. Because remember when they had said something about the offense, Bateman checked EDC and Harbaugh, if you guys remember that. So this shouldn't be something new. It's not something new, but it is refreshing during this time of anger and tumultuous waters that the Ravens are trying to navigate themselves through. That a player stood up and been like, no, The fans should be mad. Like, we're putting garbage in front of them, and you always expect them to be happy. We got to fix that. So shout out to Bateman for that. Because remember, usually it's always the wide receivers on this team. The wide receivers are the corners that call out the foolishness. DBs, it's either DBs or wide receivers. It's one of the two. It's one of the two. DBs or wide receivers. It's almost like think about it. Hollywood Brown, Bateman, then you had the safety, then you had MP. I forgot the safety before. I mean, Ed Reed and them had called it out. Bernard had called it out too. Then I forgot the safety we had got from the Seahawks. Forgot his name. Thomas. He called it out. MP Juice Man called it out. All DBs and wide receivers, the only one calling it out. Who are we without 8? I already told y'all that we're nobody without 8. That's my problem. Like I'm gonna be real with you. Iowa Horse. Everybody is saying most teams would have trouble without their starting quarterback. The Chiefs went 4-2 or whatever else it was. It was like 4-1 or 3-1 or something of that effect without Patrick Mahomes. So that's like we've built a team that is totally dependent, every form of the team, on Lamar Jackson. You know what team was built like that? The Colts. Back in the days of Peyton Manning. As soon as Peyton Manning went down, they won one game. One game. They went from winning, what was it, the previous year, 13 games, to winning one game. And the only person that was injured at that time was Peyton Manning. Like, why build your team like that? That's stupid. And that's my problem with our coaches. It's like, oh, you're preaching team, but you're not really building a team. Like, you know what I'm saying? And they're like, no, we built something around Lamar. No, you're building an apparatus that is totally dependent on Lamar. There's a difference. You could build something around somebody where it's not totally dependent on everything that that person does. That's like saying you own a company, right? And if the CEO or the COO is not there, then everything just collapses. That's not how you own a company. That's how you build a company. If I'm not present, the company should still be able to manage. To miss a couple of days or something like that, not come back to absolute, like, you know what I'm saying, foolishness where you don't know where anything is going. Stuff look, you know what I'm saying, ridiculous. People not doing their jobs, and everyone's looking over, be like, oh, we'll get it turned around just because one person is missing. Nah, bro. That's not the way you conduct business. It's not the way you build a team. My dad would call me that, Tila. I didn't even read that. May God bless your ministry. Greetings from the Netherlands. Hey, Pauline, you from the Netherlands? Shout outs to you. Hope the weather over there is beautiful. It's beautiful right now in Florida. We're getting some great weather, especially in October. The sun is finally coming out, as you can start seeing it. But this morning it was overcast, the wind off the water of the harbor, because, you know, we're in Port, where I be at is around Port Charlotte and Punta Gorda. So that bridge, that harbor where that is, walking and doing stuff like that is so beautiful in the morning. Absolutely. Hopefully you're safe down there in the Netherlands, though. Thank you for being here. Yeah, the Netherlands. I've never been to the Netherlands. I've been up and down Africa. I've been been to Jamaica, been up and down the east coast of America. Never been to the Netherlands. That's cool. Got to go there one day. Definitely got to go there one day. Got to get my passport. I got a passport, but I'm saying I got to get my passport and start making some trips. I turned my heat on today, on this morning. Oh, for it's cold like that up there right now? Okay. It was cold. It was a cold morning for me today. Listen, I love the cold. Listen, the cold, you just got to put on more clothes. With heat, you got to take clothes off. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather the cold. Baltimore 49. Oh, that's that Jesus name so sweet type weather. Bro, I'd be out there with just a regular shirt and some shorts. I love that type of weather. That's beautiful weather. 49 degrees. Oh, man. Man, listen, when we're in Charlotte County and it gets like that, it gets so beautiful because, like I said, we have the harbor. The harbor's right here. So you can go walking around the harbor and the cool air hits you and you can go fishing or just driving. Y'all making me smile this morning. Y'all making me smile this morning. Let me show you my gun. See it right there? Like, yo. But yeah, guys, this week, I'm not going to lie to you. I think the Rams, I'm hoping the Rams don't murderize us. This NFL season, you know how big sports gambling has become. It Vegas is licking its chops every week because I remember someone was talking to me. I don't really deal with that stuff, and someone was telling me how, oh, Saquon's going against the Giants. It's going to be a big game for him. Da da da, and everybody, and then Saquon barely does anything in the game. They run the tush push like 4 consecutive times, so Jalen Hurts will score. I'm just looking at it like, bro, and then on top of it, the Eagles lose. It's like, man, this is like all of the surefire games has been crazy this year. Think about it. The Baltimore Ravens, who are usually a surefire team, has been losing. Same thing with the Chiefs. They've been losing. Philly just lost to the Giants. You've been seeing a lot of these weird, like the other day, what was it called? The Panthers put 30 to 0 on Atlanta with Bijan Robinson in them. It's just been the NFL's been nothing short of chaotic this year. Nothing's been surefire. This is one of these weird years where you don't know. And then the Bills just lost to the Patriots. Like, yeah, bro, it's been one of those weird years where anything goes, anything can happen. It's real crazy. I hope John Harbaugh listens to your show and takes your advice. He ain't gonna listen to me. John Harbaugh does not like me. He knows who I am too, so let y'all know that. He knows. Listen, I was told this by someone that's very close to the team that anybody, as soon as I was given the opportunity to this came apart, can't take that, to interview Lamar Jackson, they all knew who my show was. They don't play with the NFL. I didn't know that. They're like the NBA in that regard. And anything that their people are connected to, especially the quarterbacks, they do backgrounds and do checks and they do all that stuff. So yeah, they know exactly who I am. They know who Ink Raven is. They know who all of us are. Anybody that was told to me after the Lamar interview, that when I got the Lamar interview, that there's people they're watching. They watch and they see to keep tabs because that's how they protect their brand. So yeah, he's not listening to me. He does not like me. He does not like me at all. But yeah, they know who we are. They definitely know who we are. And I was told that from somebody in the organization. That's all. I'm gonna leave it at that. So yeah, but they're not a big fan of the Wunderkind show. They are not. But to be real, here's the thing, guys. I'm not here to try to be their friends. I'm here to hopefully that the team wins, right? The fan base is what these teams are built off of, right? We've been waiting how long to try to get the most out of this team. We have a multi-time MVP quarterback at the helm. We watched this team not build offensive lines around him. We watched them not give him what's it called? Uh, Weapons. We watched them have bad defenses, historically bad defenses. We watched them have bad kicking. Like, think about, like, sometimes I want y'all to understand, like, people seem to forget what the old Ravens were like. Real Raven fans, and I mean real Raven fans, they remember you weren't walking into a season thinking that you're going to win 14 or 13 games as a Raven fan. That's a new experience in the last, not even 8 years, the last 6 years. Because everybody thought 2019 was a fluke. So for the last 6 years, we've become used to getting like 12 games, 11 games, 13 games, 14 games. That's where all our minds always is. This is more like a more season for us, being all honest with you. Like winning, hopefully trying to win 10 games or 9 games or what I'm saying, something like that, and try to inch into the playoffs. That's the Raven experience. Like this whole thing where we got used to being, oh, we win 12 or 13 games. That's new. That didn't start till 8. To show you there's a difference. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like real Raven fans know that there's nothing different about right now. This is what we used to go through. So that's what I try to tell people. Like when you get on one player and be like, "Oh, we're not winning because of that player," I'm like, bro, it's almost like y'all don't remember what we usually were going through as Raven fans. Yeah, I can't take this one either. Don't remember what we were going through. There are years where it's literally defense and kicking. That's it. Defense and kicking. Kicking defense. If our kicker missed even one kick, we could lose the game. That's what being a Raven fan was for the longest time. The longest time. So people that weren't there for times like that, they don't understand how to deal with this now. Because as when you get a star quarterback, it brings in a lot of fans. You feel what I'm trying to say? I've told y'all this before. Lamar Jackson is my favorite player. The Ravens are my favorite team. It's a perfect marriage for me because my favorite player, usually my favorite players are never on my team. Like before, Aaron Foster and Andre Johnson were my favorite players. Steve Smith Sr. That's why I was so happy when he came up to the Ravens. Like, though, that's when I was happy. You feel me? Because those are my favorite players. But they were never on the Ravens except for Steve Sr. when he got older. We have a guy in his prime who's my favorite player on my favorite team, and we are wasting him. And people making excuses for the team wasting it. It's nasty. You're watching, bro, we've watched the Chargers do more for Herbert. We've watched the Bengals do more for Burrow. We've watched the Jaguars do more for Lawrence. Bills do more for Allen. Philly do more for Hurts. Tampa Bay do more for Baker. The Browns do more for Baker. Like, and then you're like, oh, well, we should still win because if you're nice like that, just win. It's the nastiest work ever, bro. Nasty. It's ridiculous. Like, how do you expect someone to really put in the time and do well when you're not building the team to truly win? You're just saying, well, if you're great, we'll be great. We make no mistakes. Now go out there and do what we pay you to do. That makes no sense. That's not the way a team is supposed to be built. I don't know who this guy is. So that's why I'm saying, like, I'm just hoping that things get rectified because we don't know how long we're going to be in this drought. We don't know how long. There's some changes that went down here, so I thought I'm looking around. But we don't know how long this drought's going to. Oh, my gosh. Zelly the Ninth with $100 donation. Bro, thank you. Oh, my gosh, man. Nitro people, the Giants want me a little something. Thank you, man. Best Nation donation, bro. Oh my gosh. That is crazy. Thank you so much. Man, look at here. I ain't never seen red before. That's a new color on here. Zelly done dropped the triple digit. Whew. Zelly, man. Thank you so much, man. God bless, man. Hey, look at that. I'm sitting having a great morning. Just trying to help out, do my part, and Zelly gonna go donate like that. You made my heart sing, bro. Thank you for that, man. Thank you. Man, feeling blessed. But man, now my mind all out of sorts. Now my mind all out of sorts. But no, that's when I was saying if the Ravens, here's the thing, guys, and I want you to understand this. We can beat the Rams. The problem is if we are going to do what it takes to beat the Rams. And this is why I told before, we're not playing the players that need to play. You know where the problematic players are, and you're refusing to play the better players. Same thing with Keaton Mitchell. Same thing with Falele and them. You know what I'm saying? Ben Cleveland. You know what I mean? You did it a whole bunch last year with Marcus Williams and them. Like, you have to do what it takes at that moment to win. You can't be looking at people's feelings. You're trying to put together a team with one common goal to win. To win. Bro, Zelly tonight, bro. Everyone's saying W, bro. Shout out to Zell. Man. Your name is Zelly and you don't know Zelled over $100? Man. God bless, bro. Man. I'm sorry, Nitro Nolamon. We not beating the Rams flat out. You don't know that. Because nobody would have picked the Giants to beat Philly. I mean, Zelly did. Zelly did. But most people wouldn't have picked that. Most people wouldn't have picked the Patriots to beat the Bills. That was supposed to be a blowout game. You see what I'm trying to say? No one would have picked the Panthers to beat the Atlanta Falcons 30-0. This is a any given Sunday league. This is the epitome of an any given Sunday league right now, where anything is possible, anything can happen. Hence why I say that, because you know that they've made that, the gambling's become such a big portion of sports, that Vegas is smiling, because surefire bets that a lot of people will, garner their money towards are no longer surefire bets. They're no longer surefire bets. And even when I'm doing my predictions and trying to tell y'all where I'm leaning to see what team might win, what team might do such and such, this has been a very weird. All of my dark horses have been hitting. Like my weird games where it's like this is supposed to be a blowout, but I don't think it's going to be. All of those have hit. But all my other ones have been bad this year. Very off. I can't even. I refuse to call Raven games now. I'm just praying that we win or not get blown out. I'm just praying that we don't get blown out. Hi, I'm from South Africa. Hey, how you doing? Name is Nitro. You're watching the Wunderkind Show right now. If you don't know, we are packing up bread for a bread box for a ministry at Trinity Community. Bread box for the community. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here. I'm at Bimbo Bakeries. So on Fridays we usually go live from here while I'm packing away the bread to get ready to go to the church, and everyone's here live. We just talk some football and sports. Yeah. So thank you for being here. South Africa. Never been to South Africa. I've been to Nigeria, Liberia. I was in Monrovia, Liberia. I was down, but I've been to Nigeria. I've been to Dakar. Yeah, that's as much as I've been in Africa. I've never been to South Africa. Hopefully the weather's good down there. Hopefully. And hopefully you're a Ravens fan too. We got a South African as a Ravens fan. Let's go. That's fire. Hey. South Africa is celebrating Ravens. That's nice. I feel special right now. I feel happy. Blaze, be safe, brother. What happened to Blaze? What happened to Blaze? Brother, will you be on BF6 with me? Oh, Raven, see what's good, bro. I didn't even see you. I haven't been on Black Ops in a minute, bro. Like, I've been so busy trying to build the channel. I've been putting out so much content. I mean, and that a lot of people don't realize I'm going live Monday through Friday, and then I go live on game days. Um, on top of it, 2 videos, 2 shorts at the minimum a day. Bruh, I'm like, I don't even have time to do that certain stuff. So I'll see. I don't know, maybe this weekend, but this weekend I'm gonna be at the church putting in a toilet, helping putting in the toilet. Me, the deacon, and the pastor are gonna be help putting in the toilet. So I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know. I really don't. I hope I have the time though. It'd be a nice little reprieve. Cause the week be crazy, man. Sometimes you just need something to kind of wind down. I just took this whole thing. We're almost done. We're almost done. Start streaming game days on playback. I don't even have a playback. I always do it on YouTube. What I want to do, what will be coming though, I already told you guys, it will be available on Twitch. The streams and the streams will start to be available on Twitch. That is coming down. I got to get another screen so I can actually run Twitch, because you need multiple screens to do it. And yeah, I will be on Twitch very soon also. So yeah, there's that. There's that. Trade for Jeffrey Simmons. Listen, we're not, I don't think we're gonna trade for him. Hopefully we do. I don't think we get Jeffrey. I don't know what EDC is doing. Like I said, that's why I was worried about that pick for another safety. It made me think for a second that something was wrong with our guys. Because why would you get another safety? Everyone's like, oh, it's to put what's his name back in the box. But it's like, we just got 2 other safeties. Like, how many safeties are you trying to have? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, man, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know what this. This is why I said this year's been really weird. That's why I was worried about Kyle Hamilton, because I was like, that's not a very, like, you're already weak in pass rush, and then you're gonna go get another safety, and I get it. Kyle Hamilton's gonna be more down in the box and certain stuff like that, but then your back end, they're hoping that their back end is secure if they bring him down closer to the line. But then I'm like, bro, how many safeties are you trying to get? Like, we just got like 3 safeties. We got like 3 of them. Like, you know how crazy that is? To have 3 safeties on that. 2 of them are first round picks. That's crazy. Collecting safeties like Pokemon cards. Facts. Like, we have, like, people do not realize how much safeties we have just garnered. That's a lot of safeties. A lot. And we're just like, it's no big deal. We're fine. It's no big deal. Like, what? Like, I ain't seeing what I'm seeing. Yo, that's mad weird. That's mad weird. All them safeties coming down, and it's like, how are we gonna rush the passer? We got safeties. How are we gonna how are we gonna stop the run? We got safeties. It's like, come on now, bro. Come on now, bro. That is so crazy. How the first donation of the day is $99.99. That is crazy. Shout out to you again, Zelly. That junk, bro. Shout outs to you, man. Gosh. Safety Nation. Yo, listen, I promise you, I remember when I was sitting there, I'm like, so we got a safety from the Chargers, right? We got a safety from the Chargers. We got CJ Johnson, right? Then, of course, you already have Hamilton. You have Malachi Starks, and there was another safety that we picked up also on the what's it called? And I'm like, okay, what about Adisa Isaac? What happened to him? Like, the only good news that I saw was that Patrick Ricard was practicing again. And I'm gonna make a short for that later. That'll be coming up with you guys in the next like 40 minutes when I get to the church, pack all this out, and then I'll show you what I mean with that. But yeah, I'm looking at that like, what? Like, there's certain players that I'm looking at and I'm like, where are you? Like, that's the only good thing I've seen. Ronnie Stanley is back to practicing, and so is Patrick Ricard was limited, but he was back at practice. Yeah, I told y'all already. If he comes back, the run game comes back. I'm letting y'all know that that's how it goes. We run 6 offensive linemen technically with him being the mobile one that you can move around like a chess piece. That's how they built their line. They built their offensive line that we can't protect the quarterback with 5. We have to have a minimum of 6 or 7 guys protecting Lamar, which Lamar is so definitely accurate, and guys are so shifty that that's how, you know, if you give Lamar any extra time to pass, he'll kill you. So that's why I believe with the return of Patrick Ricard, the run game is going to flip. I mean, almost immediately. Y'all gonna be like, what? I'm gonna be like, you see, instead of building imagine how good our team could be if we didn't need 6 guys blocking to be good in the pass pro or run blocking. But that's what our team is built like. That's why we have the problems that we have. And now you see how egregious, like they wanted to run Henry and they couldn't run Henry. Henry is 6'3", 250 plus pounds, right? Of pure raw muscle. And they couldn't, bro, he had 0 yards before contact. 0 yards before. You know how hard that is to do? You could play Madden on Hall of Fame mode with the worst team with the worst team in the league, and you still wouldn't have 0 yards before contact. You understand where I'm coming from? Like it's crazy to think but that's what happened. So that's why now they're trying to get people that other fullback that they got. They don't want him. He's gonna be cut as soon as Patrick Ricard come back. They're gonna cut him. I promise you. Or they're gonna put him to the practice squad. You watch. That's what happens, Dave. Man, I don't know how you build a team like that. I'm baffled by how they construct their, you know, the foundation of their team. Everybody knows the foundation of football are the trenches, right? Offensive line, defensive line. The most important piece is your quarterback, but the foundation of your team is always the trenches. Hence the name trenches. Like, yo, like I don't understand the mindset of no, we're gonna build from the back up. That has never worked. I mean, has that worked? I think that worked once with the Seahawks, the Legion of Boom. But they had, I mean, let's be real. That 3-4 year run that they had of being one of the greatest defenses in NFL history, that's not going to be replicated. That's not going to be replicated. They had a safety that was 6'4", 230, and could take out DNs. Like they could take whoever on your team, he could boom, like boomstick any and everybody on your team. There was nobody that was bigger than him on the field. The only receiver I ever seen that was bigger than Cam Chancellor was Calvin Johnson. Not even Julio was bigger than him. And Julio 6'3", 6'2", 3'4", something like that, pure muscle. Like, you know what I'm saying? So they had like a real freaky squad on top of having Thomas in his prime. What's it called? What's that other Browner? That other 6'3" guy that could stick you at the line. Even though he wasn't great after, he was big enough to stick you at the line. And then you had Sherm, you feel me, who was picking everything off, who was 6'3" himself also. So it was just like, man, you're not going to see another defense like that again. You're not. I don't even think they would allow them to have a defense like that again. Not including the linebacker, one of the greatest linebackers of all time, was on that squad also. Like, come on now, bro. That's a Hall of Fame defense. Trying to think that you could build that back in Baltimore is hilarious. Scottaboo run like he a tank. Yeah. Having Scat work behind Henry would have been nuts. He wouldn't have went nowhere with our O-line. Y'all not realizing that? Like, he ain't going nowhere with our O-line. He looked good with a decent O-line, a manageable O-line, but he ain't doing nothing with our O-line. Where is he going to go? Please, tell me. He would have met the same fit as we're called as Henry. Yeah, hit behind. I repeat, Henry had no rushing yards before contact. That is, bro, you know how hard, you know how impossible that is to have for an entire game, you get like 15 carries and you get no yards before contact? Come on now, bro. That means every time before you touch the ball, they're hitting you in the backfield. Every single time. Not once was he not hitting the backfield. Not once. Come on now, bro. Scatterboo would have been scattered. They would have hit him one good time. He would have been on the bench talking about some, yo, coach, my ankle hurt, my quads hurt. Where are the trainers at? Like, people keep forgetting how big and strong Henry is. If you could do that to Henry, imagine a smaller guy. Like, people keep forgetting that. Henry's not small at all. They hit sticking Henry in the backfield. Scatterboo would have got scattered into pieces. Like, you remember when you used to watch that movie Tron, and they hit you with the little ring that they got, and you just start to digitize into like blue particles? That's what would have happened to Scatterboo. You'd have been scattered. Demolecularization. Real talk. Oh, the truck just got here. Taking up this last stuff. We should be good, guys. We're going to be out of here. Henry think he LaDainian Tomlinson, but need to run like Brandon Jacobs. Yo, I forgot about Brandon Jacobs. That's a good bring up. Brandon Jacobs was another monster. Another monster. They had such a good double back system with Brandon Jacobs and Bradshaw, I believe it was, for the Giants. Yeah, that was a good dual back. The best double back system I ever seen was in the Texans though, when they had Arian Foster and Ben. I don't know if his name was like Ben Johnson or Ben something, but those two, one guy had 1,500 yards, the other running back had 900. It was absolutely that was the greatest tandem I've ever seen rushing the football together that I've ever seen. Yeah, that's the greatest one I've ever seen. One guy had like literally 14 or 1,500 yards, and then his backup had 900 and change. The backup almost had 1,000. I was like, it was like 942 yards he had. I was like, bro, what is this? Yeah, Mar Bradshaw. Yeah. Can anybody remember the other running back that was on the Texans? Because remember at that time they had Gary Kubiak, and I told y'all I used to really like the Texans, and they had a guy, I don't know his name, but the backup had like 900 and something yards, and Arian Foster had like 13 or 1,400, somewhere in that range. And I was like, that's the greatest dual back system I've ever seen, or the greatest year from a double back. I mean, you have some great ones too, like the last year with the Lions, or the other year when they had when before Chris Johnson got all of the carries, and the Titans, when it was lightning and thunder. But that year for the Texans was magical. Nah, it wasn't for set. It wasn't. His name was like Ben. It was something Ben. It's something Ben, but he was with Arian Foster. He was the backup to Arian Foster. He had 930 yards that season. Hey, how you doing, sir? Doing all right, man. Good to see you too. A lot of changes went on, so caught me off guard. Yeah, I know. People be getting fired. Yeah, for other jobs. Because I was so surprised. I was like, what happened? You know what I'm saying? Just out of the blue, this guy now, he seems very kind. He seems nice, but I was like, yeah, I did too. And I was trying to hit him up, but they cut off his number and they took away the phone. Yeah, so there's that. Yeah, Ben Tate. Yes, Ben Tate. That's the name. Ben. I think I'm saying the name was Ben. Ben something. Ben Tate. Good shout out, guys. Yes, Ben Tate. That was it. Rebecca Times, I'm feeling good. We're feeling blessed. We're trying to get, we're at Bimbo Bakeries right now, picking up bread for the bread box for the church. And right as we leave from here, we'll be going to the church to go do the bread box. I can't believe y'all remember that. Shout out to y'all guys. Ben Tate and Arian Foster. Y'all go look up that year. It was like 1,300 yards for Arian Foster, and he had like 900 and change. It was just ridiculous. No matter what running back was in it, and I think both of them were averaging well over 4 yards a carry or something of that. It was like 4.5 and 5.1 yards a carry for each of them. It was just ridiculous. So I was like, man, Professor Walkdown, good morning, good morning, good morning. Stop whispering. I'm trying to be nosy. Now we're just talking about some stuff. I'll tell y'all when I get in the vehicle. But yeah, man, that was the best double back system I've ever seen. That because usually when you have a committee, right? Like Arian Foster was taking the most of the what's it called, the snaps. But when Ben Tate came in, they weren't losing nothing. He was just running. And I was like, bro, what is this? So that was like the best. I know that Kubiak, the only thing I didn't like about Kubiak was he's another hard-headed one. He stuck too long with Schaub. The Texans would have won a title if they would have went out and got another quarterback. Another quarterback. Because think about it. You had Andre Johnson, Kevin Walter, Owen Daniels, Arian Foster, all in their primes. You just got a young J.J. Watt. You had Brian Cushing. You had D'Amico Ryans there. You had Mario Williams. Then when you got rid of him, then you drafted Jadeveon Clowney to show you how much I'm trying to tell you. Like I know my facts on it. Like I'm like, bro, Schaub was by far the weakest link. And if y'all don't remember, that's where Jacoby Jones came from because he was the third receiver on the Texans. So that's all I'm trying, bro. It was just ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous. Schaub was a very accurate quarterback from intermediate to short throws, but he could not throw deep. And you had a monster like Andre Johnson, and you could not go deep. There was a game, I'll never forget it. I forgot the guy. He went to go play for what's his name? He went to go play for Minnesota. And he started throwing the ball deep to Andre Johnson. Andre Johnson had 3 touchdowns in the first half of a game just because he was willing to throw him the ball deep. And I'm like, y'all are just, that's what, and Andre Johnson had like 3 seasons of 1,500 yards or more. Like, bro, That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. Bruh, the Texans, if they would have ended up getting a better quarterback, they would have won a title easily. They had the defense, they had the offense. I remember when they had got the corner from the Bengals, who was stupid nice. He was there for a long time. He was a really good corner too. They just had everything, man. The Texans had such a good, great built team. Just everything from defense to offense, special teams, playmakers on both sides of the ball. It was just an amazing team built. Yeah, Andre Johnson would have, if he would have left, he would have got a title because he was unstoppable. Andre Johnson, to me, is one of the few receivers I've ever watched that had truly no weaknesses. His route running was impeccable. He had the size, but on top of the size, he had the strength. He was one cheeseburger away from being a tight end. He's the strongest, probably wide receiver I've ever watched. When I'm talking about pure, just brute strength. Then he had speed because he was running like he ran like a 4.41 at 6'3". 4.41 speed. He was a track star. And on top of it, so he can long stride you out. He had acceleration. There was no weaknesses to Andre Johnson's game, nothing. And his hands were the only receiver that I've watched that had better hands than Andre Johnson was Larry Fitzgerald during that time. The only one. The only one. So yeah. All right, guys, let me say bye and we're out of here. All right, sir. I'm going.
Okay.
Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you a lot. I'll be here same time next Friday.
Okay. I'll try to be here. Next week I'm splitting time between Sarasota and here. So
Okay.
is it possible for you to come a little bit later on Friday?
We start the bread box at 10. So I'm leaving, yeah.
All right, so if I'm here by 8, you should be okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Even 8:30ish. Even if you're at 8:30, you have to be a little later. 8:30, I'll be here.
All right. If you get here, nobody's here, you got my number.
Okay.
Call me.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully I'll be on the road.
Okay.
If I'm not here.
Okay, no problem. Thank you very much.
Have a good one, man.
You too, man.
See you next week. Have a great week.
All right, y'all stay safe. Stay hydrated. People will be. All right, thanks, man. All right, guys. Y'all wanna see something? So you understand what I thought with bugs? Check this out. Let me see if I can flip the screen. Look how big this is compared to even that is a bug. Look at it compared to my finger. It's almost the size, and I have very big hands. I have very big hands. Look at it even compared to I have very big hands. I could palm a ball. If you throw me a basketball, I could palm it. Look how big I wear 12s. Look at it compared to my shoe. Yo, nah, bro. That's the one thing with Florida. The bugs is crazy down here, bro. I didn't even see it. I thought it was a leaf. Nah, that's a bug. And the shoe, it looks like a leaf. Like its wings look just like a leaf. And that bad boy is sitting there, Father, oh, Father, help me. Oh, help me, Father, help me. Imagine thinking that's a leaf and him crawling on your face. or going in your mouth because you're thinking that a leaf is falling on your face and it just falls on your face, flies and flies in your mouth. Imagine that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, God. No. A bug's life gone wrong. I be trying to tell you, I be thinking I be joking out here, man. These bugs out here be crazy, man. Crazy. I'm not scared of bugs once they sting. This man, I want to talk about some good protein. You listen, man. You stop that. That thing looks like, but you saw it look like a leaf. Like its wings look perfectly like a leaf. So if it's trying to eat smaller bugs are doomed because it looks just like a leaf. We got mutated creatures over here, bro. Let me tell you something right now. Whatever creatures you think you got, Florida beats it out. I promise you. Just as a fact, you saw that bug yesterday, or today. Yesterday, I was at. Remember, I get the meat from Publix for every Thursday we get meat from Publix for the pantry, and I went there, bro. And there's like a 6, 7 foot gator. It's bigger than 6. I want to say 7 or 8 foot gator right next to the store. And he's just looking at me. He's like, "How you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm good. How you doing?" Said nothing much. Chilling. Just trying to be living. I'm looking at him, he's good looking at me, and these birds, and you know what's crazy? Because the birds know he's in there, so when the birds fall down, they'll move as they see him try to swim under the water. They're like, "Oh, he think we stupid," and they'll just try to move around because they know he's trying to eat them. That's one place I'll never visit. Yeah, Australia's crazy. I'll take Florida over Australia. I'll take anywhere over Australia. Australia don't got gators. They have crocodiles. They have crocodiles. And the crocodiles there, so for the people that don't know this, crocodiles in Australia climb buildings. They've been seen to be on top of people's homes. Yeah. So, hey. So y'all thinking it's a game. No, imagine waking up and hearing something scratching like on your roof. You're like, "What is that?" You go outside and there's a crocodile. Not a little one either, like a 7, 8 foot. You know what I'm saying? Can we consider those small? No, I'm talking about a gargantuan man eater. I'm talking 300-400 pounds, easy, looking like he's straight out of the prehistoric days, like he should have had a cameo in Jurassic Park, sleeping on your roof, tail hanging off the other side of your house. That's Australia. Get out of here, bro. You're gonna get me to go, bro. And on top of it, Australia got crazy spiders, snakes, crocodiles. Get out of, bro. There's places in Australia that when you wake up, it looks like fog, but it's not fog. It's just pure spider web. Like, bro, yeah, bro. Like, y'all can keep Australia. The only person in my family that's ever been there was my aunt. She's the only one in my family that's ever been to Australia. And I got a friend there, Adolphus, that's from there. He was in Sydney. So, I mean, you know, I just can't live like that. I'm sorry. Because every day, if you make one mistake, you can't even say sorry. You're just dead. Either by a snake, by killer wasps, killer spiders. Everything there is built to kill men. The big man of wars and stuff like that in the water that sting you, you're dead. Great whites are off the coast, breaching, hitting stuff and flipping out of the water, they'll kill you. There's no time to apologize. It's too late to apologize. It's too late. In Australia, there's nowhere to apologize. Because it's too late. Whoa, whoa. Yo, Australia, you be finished. Look, barbecued. I could not go there. I swear to God, I could not be in Australia. I could not be in Australia. I actually never heard of that either. What are you talking about? How was the shark? I've never dealt with shark. The biggest shark I've ever dealt with is black tip. Because we have black tip and white tips right out here in Port Charlotte Harbor. They catch black tips and white tips out here all the time. So I've seen those up close. I've even hit one. One ripped through our net. But bigger sharks like makos, oh my God, no. Or bull sharks, thank God, no. Because bull sharks can go in fresh water. Bull sharks will be in fresh water. That's why I tell people, because we're in like Port Charlotte, Punta Gorda, it's a harbor that connects all the channels of fresh water into the harbor that eventually go out to the sea. That's why I tell people, I'm like, bro, y'all be jumping off into these lakes and ponds and stuff like that that are there that have access to the salt. You're out of your mind. Because bull sharks swim upstream and will rip your leg off. I've ate gator tail. Gator tail, I'm not going to lie to you, gator tail really does taste like chicken. If somebody cooks you good gator tail, you're not gonna be able to tell if it's chicken or not. You're not. It tastes just like chicken. Gator tail. I haven't eaten any other part of the gator, but I've tasted gator tail. We have a place down here called Babcock Ranch, and they cook gator tail. All of us, Roy T, if you're in here, you remember all of us who were going back then. We were all going. You either been to Babcock Ranch from when you were either from first or fifth grade, or you did it in middle school. I ain't never ate no frog. I ain't eating no amphibian. You can't swim, Ash. You can't swim. Now I can swim. One day I want to go. One day I'm gonna go snorkeling and stuff, but I stopped going like deep because when you're older, you realize how dumb some of the stuff that you were doing. When we used to go to Siesta Keys, which is absolutely gorgeous down here, I used to check out to where the boats were. I would swim, and I was like 11. I was like 11 or 12. I would swim out, even with my cousins. I would swim out to where the people on the beaches look like that. I go out far. When I get tired, I would just float, and I would start swimming again. But now I'm older. I'm like, how much stuff in that water could kill me? I'm like, bro, stupid. I'll never. Fish fry seasoning on some frog legs and hot sauce. That man said, hot sauce. He said, what do you want in your chicken? Hot sauce. Well, we're at this fine dining establishment. What do you want in your frog legs? Hot sauce. KFC, hot sauce. Yo, wildin'. Closest thing I had to frog was Honey Smack. I remember that cereal. Bro. Oh my God, I remember Honey Smacks. Do they even make those anymore? Like, oh my gosh. Oh my God, closest thing I ever been to a frog was Honey Smack. Yo, oh my God, y'all done, bro. This man said, oh my gosh. Why not Abby? What are you talking about? Yo, see, that was hilarious, bro. Oh my God. Because all of us, if you grew up in the 90s, we all know what Honey Smacks are. Yo. Oh my. Yo, you remember the WB frog? You remember the tap dancing WB frog? I don't know if y'all remember. WB used to have like a tap dancing frog as its like particular like logo character for Warner Brothers. And every time it got to the evening time for shows, he would have like a tap hat on with like one of those dancing canes. The WB frog. Do y'all remember that, bro? Yeah, man. I was just now y'all bringing up frogs. I remember frogs. That's crazy. Because the Wayne brothers used to come on WB. Would you live in Australia for $1 billion? Yes. And I would take $10 million to build a fortress that snakes, frogs could not get into. I swear to you. Bro, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. There was people in Australia, they had like boa constrictors like trying to mate in their attic. You can keep that. Keep it. I can't really read the long ones. I can only read the short ones because I have to keep my eyes on the road, guys. So I couldn't even read that, Zelly. You put some raw frog legs in some kind of hot substance. They get to the kitchen, strange, but they start kicking. Yeah, because frogs can grow back their limbs. Frogs can grow back their limbs. And the crazy thing is, when you just cut, I've seen this before. When you just cut like meat from a cow, you'll see the capillaries going like this. It looks so freaky. They're like this. They're firing like nonstop, just firing. That looks so weird to me. Clock's in the building. What's good, bro? What's good? We almost at the church, guys. We almost there. It looks like it's gonna rain now. On the other side, towards Arcadia. Frogs are like cell phone DBZ. What? How are frogs like cell phone? I don't eat any feet. I don't do cow foot like Jamaicans. They like to eat cow foot, pig feet. I don't eat no feet of any animal. Chicken feet. I don't eat none of that stuff. Like I've seen people eat chicken feet, cow foot, pig pig feet. I've seen people eat. I don't eat nothing feet. Nothing. Nothing. If it's feet, it's not coming anywhere close to my mouth. Being 100%. Foot, feet, claws, nothing. I ain't eating. I ain't eating no cow tongue. Ew. No. 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 I eat oxtail. I eat ribs. I'm not big on steak, but I eat a steak, a thinner one. I don't like all that meat in my mouth. Pause. Like I can't eat none of them big, thick pieces of steak. People be loving like nah, and I don't like raw meat. So I don't be eating steak like that. Very rare you'll see me eat steak. Very rare. And I don't like any rare. I don't like any blood in my meat. Pause. Hot sauce on toes. Like don't be a mess. Don't let me throw up in my mouth, bro. Yo, like bro, I really almost threw up in my mouth reading that, bro. Like there's nothing feet coming towards my mouth at all. I refuse. Ugh. Bay doesn't eat pork, so I should delete it. So, that's why chicken feet is good for broth. I guess so. They said they'll like boil it out to where you know what I'm saying, but I've never eaten it to where it's boiled out. I don't do chicken feet. I don't do chicken feet. I don't do no chitterlings or intestines, tongue, none of that stuff. I ain't eating it at all. It's not happening. I think we're separated, but it's either with hot sauce. What's the other one? It's like the poop track, and they'll clean it out, and then they'll eat that. And is that the chitterlings? Like, nah, I'm straight, bro. No, yo, nah. Turkey leg, turkey wings, turkey breast, all about it. Same thing with chicken. Cow, give me some oxtail. You know what I'm saying? Some ribs. You know what I'm saying? I ain't eating no cow head, cow tongue, cow balls, none of that stuff. Any of the exotic pieces, y'all can have that. Y'all can share that, split it up any which way y'all want. Then what is it? If it's not blood, what is it? If it's red and coming out of something, it's primarily blood. There's blood in it. I can't eat that stuff, bro. I cannot. I puke in my mouth just thinking about it. Like real talk. People eat cow balls and cow like penis. I remember when I was a kid, I seen that in Walmart. They had a long thing. It was like this big. It was cow penis, like wrapped. Walmart Supercenter that was built in what's it called? Yeah, bro. I'm not eating none of that stuff, bro. Oxtail, I'll eat that. There's some people where nothing goes to waste. They eat everything. Like even on pig, like I heard people eat pig ears, pig snout. Like nothing goes to waste on these animals when they eat it. That's not me. I only eat certain parts. If it ain't those parts, I ain't touching it. I'm not touching it. I don't eat crawfish. I ain't eating crawfish. Yeah, I'm not eating that. I'm not even big on lobster. The most like I eat probably some shrimp. All right, guys, we are here safely. We are here safely. We just arrived to the church. We backing up. We back it up. We are here. Expand your palate. Listen, I eat what I gotta eat. That's all I'm gonna say. I eat what I gotta eat. They're like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not. That's the stuff you can keep. You can keep it. Yo, she's like boring. I'm as plain as they get. When I go out to eat, I just get a burger because you can't mess up. I've seen people get incredibly bad stuff from their stomach from bad food. So if I go out to like eat, usually you'll see me with a burger. The most stuff that you cannot mess up. I'm not eating calamari. I'm not eating none of that stuff. If it ain't, if the most fancy thing I'm eating going out is shrimp. That's about it. I'm adventurous with my palate. Yeah, I'm straight. But guys, listen, man, that's another episode of the Wunderkind.
Squeeze home.
Yeah, don't worry, I can get through there. I can get in. But guys, thank you so much for joining the Wunderkind Morning Show. Y'all have a wonderful day. God bless. I am here then to ready to pack everything out, guys. So be safe. I'll see y'all later with 2 videos and breakdowns. And y'all be blessed. And no, I'm not eating no calamari or I don't know. Oh no, no, nah. Peace, guys. Much love. Zelda tonight. Thanks again for the donation, man. God bless. Peace.